Hey, thanks for watching. Here I'm going to go through some Shaquille O'Neal cards, and I'm going to go through and re-top loader them. A lot of these cards have not seen the light of day have not been taken out of these top loaders for years and years and years. Stuff's been in storage for a long time. You guys are going to follow me on my little journey going through all this. I'm going to start off with something a little cool here. I want to just kind of go over some things, discuss some things, mostly just covering cards. So, start off here. Got a nice little Shaquille O'Neal. This is a gold label. Refractor. As you can see, it's kind of, can't really tell that well, but it's kind of dingy. The top loader, this thing's probably never been taken out. I'm just gonna gently, thankfully these have been in a relatively climate controlled area, so they're not totally difficult to deal with. What I am using is Beckett sleeves, and I like these because they're a little slick. They don't have as much resistance when it comes to grabbing onto the cards or anything like that. So that's that. I always store my cards this way. And sometimes I use like resealable team bags from Purple Gold. This is also usually how I ship out my cards. Sometimes, well, a lot of times I'll use ding defenders or something like that whenever I ship these out. I always like to put the lip on the back whenever I do these. All right, that's number one. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull these out. I'm almost out of this little stack of them, so I'll get that cleared out. I got a whole nother stack sitting right here waiting. So whenever I'm ready, I'll just grab some up. But yeah. And this is just a little thing about how I go through, and plus on top of that, you guys are gonna get to see some really cool Shaq cards that most people haven't seen before or are pretty rare. Come across Shaquille O'Neal, Los Angeles Lakers, Fleer Showcase Power. Okay, so some of these are gonna have a little bit of debris in there, something along those lines, mostly just dust. So some of them might stick, some might not. This one's fairly easy. I didn't have to work with it too much, so that's good. It's always a plus. Put that in, just like that. I'm only going to do 50 cards because I've only committed 50 top loaders to this, so I'm just going to go through and do this. Plus, I don't want to make the movie forever, the video forever. Because trust me, I've got a ton of cards to go through. And this is just a little intro into some of the stuff that I'm doing. I like the refractory on this, by the way, too. It's actually kind of cool. Another one, Fleer Showcase. This one's Grace. It's also kind of a refractor kind of style deal from Fleer. So to me, it's more like a hollow than a refractor in a sense. So this one's got a little bit of dust on the top corner up there. I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe that off if possible. I don't wanna do too much to the card, honestly. So I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna go too crazy on it at the moment. Might be some print dots or something. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's like a little spot right there and then one right there. Not sure what's going on with that. It might be kind of crispy. Now, I will try something that I know that I've learned over some time. I don't like to put my fingers on these cards. So what I'll do is I'll take like a penny sleeve and I'll try to, if I hear any kind of things like that, I can tell it's probably going to be a little bit deeper in the card than, a lot of times if it's just something that's loose on there, it'll come right off. In this case, it's not going to come off. It's probably a surface issue. I'm just going to leave it as is. So, yeah, pretty interesting stuff so far. Now, all right, put this off to the side. Okay, now we got a Focus Pocus. That's a pretty cool looking card right here. I like that. It's got all that, the kind of like the shine, the hollow in the background. That's pretty cool. Shaquille O'Neal Center, 3 of 10. This is from Fleer. It's from 99 and 2000. So a little bit more of a modern card. But this one's not sticking. See, these Fleer cards, they don't stick nearly as bad. Now the top's chrome and the tops, they stick a lot. They're a lot more difficult to deal with a lot of times. So, I'll take that in here. Boom. Nice little hocus pocus and a clean top loader. All right, put that in a team bag. All right. Get a Mystique here. Wow, this one's not even in a top loader. Interesting. Or it is, but it's a real, that's one of those form-fitting ones. Oh, that's nice and cracking. You hear that cracking? Unleash the Kraken. All right. Again, it's just a little bit of something right there. I'm gonna see if I can't get it off. And this is some of the things that you're going to come across when you're going through these cards. See, that one over there on the left went away. This one right here, I don't think that's going to come off. All right, well, yeah, you never know, my friends. You never know. Maybe give it a little extra TLC later on down the road. Who knows? Maybe I'll put this in the top loader. Nice little Mystique refractor here. So, boom, boom. All right. Yeah, got another Mystique refractor. I wasn't gonna do both of them, but I might as well. I'm just kind of going through the stack. I got some cool stuff coming up here, guys. Don't get too bored on me. But and go through. Put this in there. Looks fairly nice. It's not a bad card. It's clean. Maybe we could use a duster, but who knows. Maybe put that in the top loader. Yeah, I don't want to go too crazy on it. Gets down there and towards the bottom. I really don't want to hit it too hard. I don't want to damage a corner or something. All right, take that out. Take this, flip it over. Nice little Mystique. Okay, so here we got a Tower of Power. And this is a pretty nifty Tower of Power card. It's from 1996. So I think this would be his, if I can get that out of there. And this card is pretty clean, just from looking at it earlier. Most of these cards were taken when they were picked, when they were bought. They were usually bought from hobby shops. My dad would put them in top loaders and sleeve them up. Yeah, it's a nice card. Anybody look at this card, tell me what kind of grade you think this might get. Looks really solid to me. I'll have to look at the back here in just a second. I know a lot of these older vintage cards are hard to grade. If I look over here from there up here, might be a little bit further over, but they grade these all differently, so it's a little different. You never know. Looks pretty solid to me. All right. Anyways, not that I plan on grading this. Grading these cards is really expensive. Like really expensive. I don't think I could do it personally. It's just too much. All right, now here's a treat. You guys know about these. So, Shaquille O'Neal, this is a frequent flyer, but there's all kinds of parallels, and this is a first day issue, frequent flyer. So it's in one of these old weird top loaders. I'm pretty sure this has never been taken out. So try to be extra careful with this thing. These are really uncommon, and I think this might actually be a little sticky because it is a Topps. I'm gonna be a little careful with it. Make sure I don't get any bubbles or anything like that. All right, we're good. Yeah, whenever I handle these cards, especially something like this where it's really rare, I definitely don't want to go too crazy with it. And the corners on this, they're not rounded, they're sharp. I don't know about the centering per se, but I will say, looks pretty good. Looks like he almost needs a haircut up there. Like I said, I don't know enough about these cards over here to tell, because that looks to me like it'd be pretty much centered on, but I don't know about top to bottom. Almost feels like it'd be a little weird, but that's the thing about these things. You never know. It's what are they centering it off of? You know, what's the original picture kind of thing. So I put that in there. All right. I got another cool thing that's coming up. Check this out. It's Predator. Oh, the sun decided to come out. Predator TV cell. So it's Predator TV cell. All right. So this thing's probably never been taken out either. I'll go ahead and pull that out. Be pretty gentle with it. It's pristine. It's really, really nice. I really don't want to mess with. I really don't want to touch that middle there because it's a TV cell, so it's gonna be a little less flexible. Yeah, this thing's being difficult. I'm gonna play nice just for a little bit so I can get you in. That's what she said. Come on. Wow, this is being difficult. I might have to get I don't want to use an oversized sleeve if I don't have to. Went in. Well, if that's a good thing or a bad thing. There. Boom. All right. Nice Predator sleeve. I do believe I've got two of these. Somewhere. One thing I can tell you about this one, if you look at the back, notice there's like a crease right there. That's the only thing that sucks. You can see that side too. I feel like when they put these together, they didn't really, you know what I mean? So, all right, there's that. Now I got some cool around the worlds. Now I don't know how this is gonna look on the camera, but it's basically the earth and the basketball in the back. And then it's got this 3D thing going on. These things are really, really cool. I really liked these as a kid growing up. So, I thought they were the coolest cards. Everybody wanted one of these. And this is special issue, so just a little bit of dust in there. I don't know if I should do this or not. I'm gonna do a little dust down on this. It's nothing crazy, just a little quick wipe. Get some of that dust off of there. This card is solid. Pretty cool Shaq card though. Gentle with it. All right. Put this over here in the back. All right. One last look around the world, my friends. Pretty cool. I got another one just kind of like it coming up right behind it. So this is from Team USA. So. And then we got a defining moment, Shaquille O'Neal. And then that's got the Team USA in the background. Check that out. You gotta like that. You gotta like it when they're like that. Makes for an interesting card. Technology back then was actually pretty cool. It's just different. We didn't have all that fancy, schmancy stuff that we got going on now. So these were Pretty cool. Same thing here. I'm just gonna give this a quick wipe down. There's some debris on it, just a little bit of dust. Try to get that cleaned out. Oh yeah, it's perfect. All right. All right, Team USA, special issue, Fleer. Pretty cool stuff, if you ask me, especially these 3D cards. I know there's a lot of Team USA stuff out there. They made a lot of material on this for that team thing, but these are probably one of the more rare things that you're gonna come across. So you might see some of these later on at some point. Pretty gnarly. I wish they made more cards like this these days. They don't do it. Same thing. In the beginning, rookie year, Fleer is special issue. Team USA. This has actually got him in his jersey, which is pretty uncommon for these, because a lot of times they were just in the Team USA jerseys or something along those lines. You didn't really see them in their official jerseys. So this one's a little difficult to get out. It didn't want to come out. Those top loaders, these things have been sitting in there old. I'm older than the top loader, but so same thing with this. I'm gonna kind of wipe this down real quick, give it a quick dust off. Just, on these 3D cards, any kind of dust or anything like that really stands out on them, so you can really see where the dust is. But yeah, this is a pretty solid card. All right. Take a top loader here, any sleeve. Yeah, and Team USA, there's a lot of gold cards that they made for Team USA. They have like Shaquille O'Neal gold cards. I've actually got one as an example I can show you real quick while we're on the subject. But it's actually they're pretty cool when you see them. But they were made by Classic, so these are a little different. Most of the Team USA stuff that I'm used to seeing is either made by Fleer or Classic. It's one or the other. They didn't see too much of the tops. So, all right, I'm gonna show you what I was talking about real quick. As an example, this is the short one. Is this the Team USA one? I don't know. I've got 3 different ones here. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. So, one here, yep, Team, oh, that's LSU. So that's his, that's a gold card, so it's 23 karat gold card. Now, this isn't solid gold. It's 23 karat gold leaf on there. Honestly, I think the gold leaf on there is probably, has actually made this card more valuable over time. I question that about, about these cards and like what the gold content is actually on them. You know what I mean? So this one's like Hollywood Shaquille O'Neal. Los Angeles, still got the little insert in there and all that. Let's see if we can't see the back of it real quick. Yeah, back. Check that out. And it's just kind of got like commemorative 1248 of 10,000 Shaq. So they made 10,000 each of these. I honestly believe the 24 karat gold is probably worth more on the gold card than it was in the back in the day. People actually go through and try to reclaim these cards. I noticed that. I wondered about how much gold you could possibly reclaim, and maybe that might be an idea for a future video or something, you know, that somebody wants to do out there, is getting a bunch of gold foil off of cars and see how much gold they actually recoup versus the amount of money they spend. Yeah. Everybody's like, don't be giving people ideas. All the cars will be gone. And boom, check this one out. This is Shaq again. It's 23 karat gold. So now this is a diamond star certificate of authenticity. I'm gonna go with the fact that this is probably out of 10. So, or out of 10,000 again, obviously. But yeah, serial number 5469, number 32. And so it's got like some interesting on there. It's just got Shaquille O'Neal back there in the back. I don't know, man. It kind of looks like he's a little bug-eyed right there. Maybe he's part alien or something. That might explain some things, you know. Beast mode, my friends. Beast mode. All right, back to basics. So, division winner. And so these, a lot of times you'll see these cards, right? And you'll have like one stamp, different stamps on here. And then you've got like that, you got your members only sometimes up there, or you'll see it up there or something like that. And this is your super team, Orlando Magic. Obviously you got Shaq in the middle. And this is a redemption. So 1927. So these are pretty rare to come by. Now you can't find these on eBay. They're not overly, you know, incredibly hard, you know, hard to find or buy. They are rare to an extent. I think the more people find out and learn about these cards, the more likely that these will actually go up in value later. Also, condition's always a thing. If you look at these corners on this thing's been a top loader since it was redeemed. So centering looks great on this card. I mean, that would probably be a good candidate. So I'll put that in the top loader. And boom. So put that in there. All right. Nice little card to take care of. All right, I'm gonna show you guys something kind of cool just because I want to go over it, and since it's sitting out here, I made sure to pull it out. And since it's kind of lowish light in here, you can actually see it a lot better, because if there was daylight in here, you wouldn't be able to see it. But check this out. Game film, Upper Deck. Pretty cool card. A lot of people give Upper Deck a hard time. I realize that they printed a lot of cards over the years. They printed a ton of cards, and this is bad. It's sticking a little bit. All right, this is a real thin card. This is not a normal card. I'm real gentle about this. Okay. And now, if this would have been in the sun or something like that, that would have faded out. So that's going to tell you guys these have been kept in a dry, safe place. So, yeah. So put that team bag. Get it up out of the way, my friends. Pretty cool card though. So it's the LA Lakers in Portland. Score is 84 and it's 88. Looks like Portland won that game. But Still a cool card. All right. Here we got a Shaquille O'Neal Power Zone. So this is a little different card. Now this is Top Seeding Club. Okay. So came out. It's a nice little refractor. It's coming out real easy, fairly easy. No real force on it. So, boom. Now, I don't know what the rarity of this particular card is or anything like that. I have looked up some of these cards, so I have an idea of what they're worth. But for the most part, I'm just trying to protect them and take care of them. So that's kind of the main goal of this, is to get them better, more protected than they were originally, and to update some of the top loaders, because they do tend to gray as they age. So some turn brown, some turn green. And so this is Team of the Future. Now this is a members only card. So again, these stamps are just a little bit different. You gotta watch out with these stamps on these cards. And this one is incredibly stuck on there. I could tell just by looking. If you see the bubbling on the wrap, look at that. Yeah. So in this case, what I'm gonna do, like I do with all my other cards, is I'll pick up at one end, I'll just pull. I'm gonna pull away from the card. I'm not gonna pull like up, I wanna pull away. So up, it doesn't really help. Pulling away helps. And then you work it down. And usually speaking, now I'm sure that the back might have the same issue, so I'm just gonna check it, and the back's fine. Okay, so it's just the front. Boom, coming right out. A lot of times when those cards stick, sometimes you can get some surface damage on there or something like that. Depending on how they were stored. Now that's unfortunate if that happens to you, but that's also a reason why I'm going through and updating some of these sleeves and stuff like that, so it prevents it. All right. So, boom. All right, Shaquille O'Neal, center. First team center for the future. All right. This is a kind of a cool card. Although I know it's kind of common, but it's actually kind of a cool card to me. So, unfortunately, this one's pretty stuck, so just give me a second. All right. So that part's gone. Now it's just a question of, is this stuck? No, that's a hoops. Okay, so that's cool. Typically speaking, the hoops cards are pretty easy. Ooh, that's a nice card. Diesel nameplates. Can't go wrong with that. And trust me, I'm not a hillbilly. I'm just part hill. I'm over the hill. I mean, halfway. Well, I'm like coming up to the hill. I'm like three-quarters of the way there. Staring down. Thinking, damn, I went a long way, but I still got a long way to go. All right. Mr. Diesel. All right, Shaq. It's probably one of my favorite cards. I just like the interest. So it's like 10 of 10 MP. Shaquille O'Neal nameplates. Go through, close that up. So, now something kind of cool. Shaquille Shaquille O'Neal Center, Los Angeles. He's one of those clear cards. It's kind of got like a refractor on it, but it's made by Skybox. So now I'm pretty certain. Oh shit, it's stuck in there. Whew. This is gonna be stuck. I can tell you right now, this is gonna be stuck. Oh wow. If you look at it, there's like an impression. You can actually like feel the card. It's almost like card and plastic at the same time on this thing. Really, really interesting design. It's definitely stuck. All right, I'm gonna have to be careful with this one. All right, came loose over here. You're gonna come, it came out, thank God. I had one the other day that was a nightmare. It did not want to come out no matter what I did. So I actually had to get a knife, cut the wrap, the sleeve off before it did any damage to the card. So do something like that, worst case scenario. But that's a nice card, I like that. Like that. Come on. All right. Close enough. I'm not going to go any further on that. It just does not want to cooperate. It's probably a little thick for this top loader, to be honest. But, you know, I mean, still nice card. Not a whole lot of scratching or damage on this card, so looks pretty good. Back looks really good too as well. Nice little Skybox card. So anyways, move on to the next one here. Put this in. Boom, snap, doo-ba-doo-doo. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I want to show you some of these cards, and there's another reason why you want to be careful with some of these cards. You got the rising stars, and this one, for instance, looks like it's rising stars, kind of like refractory kind of deal going on. And it is made by Tops. So this is a Tops. Okay, well, guess what? You got that members only card. That members only stamp, a lot of times will make a big difference between the variations. There's so many variations of these different cards. It's crazy. You got to watch out for them. I just want to point that out as an example. I got another really good example of some other cards here that I'm going to show you here in just a minute. So put that in. All right. But I mean, from the front to back, a lot of times there's literally no difference between this 5 and 12. If you look at it as you keep going, there's nothing different there at all. So it's all the same. A lot of people wouldn't know that. Now, Topps was also known for making first day issues or one-of-a-kinds. And the decals on those cards are like really, if you don't know what to look for, you're not paying attention, you're not gonna find them. And then you're gonna end up throwing away a card that might be worth thousands versus, you know, a few dollars or a couple dollars, or, you know, a couple $100. So that's another thing you really got to pay attention to. And so, yeah, all right, boom. Now, if there's any Shaq collectors here, they're gonna know. Here's another good example. All right, here's another example. So you've got your Shaquille O'Neal boss, right? A regular boss is like standard boss. And then here you got like a super boss, and it's like embossed on the card, whereas standard is just normal, okay? You got your super boss. All right, now, I think there's another variation of this card that I do not have, but this is the Skybox. We had a bunch of cards. We went to the Nationals before my father died, and we sold a significant amount of them. And I remember that's one of the most interesting memories I have with him going through. And we did that because I wanted to make sure that, you know, at the time, he got some benefit from his collecting. Now, I mean, obviously, yeah, I appreciate the cards that I got, but I'm not that kind of a selfish kind of guy. So I just wanted to make sure that he did that, and that's one of the things I did before he passed. So, anyways, I want to talk about that. Anyway, Super Boss, nice card, nice corners. You look at that. Pretty sick card. Okay. Got 4 cards left, my guys, and then I'm gonna have to quit this video, end this video. But I figured when I was doing this, I figured, you know what? This is interesting enough to some people that, you know what, I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You know, talk about the cards, what I know about them. And then on top of that, kind of share some of my knowledge and just kind of share some of this collection that we went through. Now, part of me doesn't really want to sleeve this up and go through all this again with this card because I know it's not worth a whole lot, but because it's the same kind of card, I really want to do it regardless, just out of respect for the cards. So, all right, now I've got a couple card things I want to show you real quick, and then we can go from there before I come to an end. Here, put this up. So, I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna show you some things that are interesting about some of these cards. I couldn't find the original card I was looking for, but I can still explain it. So I'm going to give you some examples real quick. So this one right here, they've got one, doesn't have the Reebok sign across the top, right? This one has got like a silver Reebok down there at the bottom. Well, this one is a Reebok sign with a gold Reebok at the bottom. And there's another one that I was looking for, I don't have handy at the moment, that has, I think like a platinum colored one or something that's a different color. But yeah, I mean, that's the example. I'm not gonna re-sleeve these per se for my last 2, but I wanna show you something else Well, we're coming down to our last little stretch here. So you got your Shaquille O'Neal, right? Stadium Club. Everybody, it looks like everybody's got this card. All right, well, difference here is that suit is refractive, right? It's got like a gold suit on it. Nothing too crazy here, okay? Kind of standard Shaquille O'Neal. And then you come over here, you've got a first day of issue. Okay, first day issue Shaquille O'Neal. And you got this. Now, on top of that, it doesn't have anything on the back. No numbering, no nothing, okay? First day issue cards, they're always gonna be worth more. Now this, if you look down here, Stadium Cup, one of a kind, okay? Now this, on the other hand, is numbered 110 out of 150. That, my friends, is like a $2,000–3,000 card. Graded. Obviously, I have not sent this off to get graded. It's just been sitting in my collection, okay? There is some surface imperfections on the card, a little bit. Corners and all that are great, but I feel like there's something like right there. If you look in here, it's right there where that top of the tip of the top loader is pointing at. There's something right there. It just won't come off. So that's the only thing wrong with this card. But yeah, I mean, that's just gonna show you to watch out for these cards. All right. Well, I know I said I was gonna do 2 cards. I'm gonna show you one more example of some different ones. So this one's a Matrix. That one's sick, okay? And if you look at it, it's actually kind of refractive all the way around. Okay, I know it's kind of hard to see. Then you got the regular Shaquille O'Neal, and you got another one. So, and these are pretty much the same card. Okay, they're not going to be any different. There's no misspellings a lot of times. Now, sometimes some of these cards would be like error cards. You might see an error on these or something like that, where something is different. So you got to watch out for those as well. But that's basically the gist of this. But I think I'll just go ahead and do this Matrix real quick, and we'll get that done and out. And we'll go from there. So, guys enjoyed watching the video with me. I mean, I enjoy spending time with you guys and sharing this experience with you. So, it's a nice card, this Matrix. I don't know how rare they are. In particular, I didn't really do a whole lot of research on this particular card set. I know there's a couple different variants of it, but yeah. I think there's another variant other than this one that I'm not aware of. I don't have. But I think the Matrix is another example of a card. If you just glance over it, you might say, oh, that's the same card. There ain't nothing special. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, you threw away this, and this. And it's kind of like a blasphemy thing, you know? So, all right. Getting a little flustered and ahead of myself here, friends. All right. Just glad I could share this stuff with you. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and put one of these in as well. It's nice to have 2 of them, you never know. So, all right, here we go. Last card, 50 cards, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the video and watching me through this. If you like what I have to do, everything, I'm a new YouTuber, right? And I'm really trying to make this something that I can grow into over time, either through art or through my collecting. And I'm just trying to learn, trying to find out what works, what doesn't work, and share my passion of collecting and my artwork. And, you know, I realize that life is short, and if anything else, a little something for me to leave behind and pass on to the next generation that they can see and learn from. And I really hope that you guys have a great day. I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, and hope you guys have a happy New Year's coming up. Thank you for your time and your effort and paying attention. I know it costs a lot sometimes, but it's worth it as long as you have a passion for it. Talk to you later. Thank you.